Jaguar just exposed Diddy, leaking court documents for an upcoming lawsuit that Diddy is desperate to bury. Diddy is criminally liable for his actions, and Jaguar is never going to let him get away.
Like, that's the thing in this trial, the sentencing, the verdict, all the hyperbole, all of the pomp and circumstance, all of the this, all of that, it means nothing. It means nothing. This was all done for the public's entertainment. This was all done to get people like me to be quiet. This was all done to give weirdos like Vladimir Lyuski and Torre the ability to constantly challenge and try to check my veracity, my actuality, my truth, and to get the public to not believe whistleblowers like me. That's why this was done. This ain't even about Diddy. It's about the rest of them. Do you know they're still having white parties?
Diddy's 4-year sentence is nothing compared to the crimes he committed, and Diddy knows this. Jaguar says Cassie didn't get the justice she deserved. Diddy continued his crimes for over 20 years, and all he got in return was 4 years at a low-security camp. How does that make sense? Cassie risked her life to expose Diddy, and the feds let her down.
Diddy's getting sentenced to 4 years. Does Cassie get justice in all this? Does that look like...
Still not enough. Still not enough. And it's wild because she's getting such a better deal than dear Lee Cordell Smith is.
30 million and your perpetrator gets 50 months? I mean...
Still not enough.
Jeez.
Her life is never going to be the same. And people are going to find ways to make her life complicated, to force her to have to spend that 30 million every way they possibly can. You know, there is no up. There is no win. Haven't I been saying that?
This trial was a joke from start to finish. The feds had tons of evidence, but they never presented any. Not even Diddy took things seriously. Right before his sentencing, Diddy's lawyers revealed that he was booked for a speaking arrangement in Miami. Now, Jaguar is coming out and revealing that Diddy was scheduled to speak at a children's school. Yes, you heard that right. A registered offender was planning to go to a children's school and teach kids how to be a better person. The jokes write themselves.
Please.
There's a woman, what is it called? Sprout to Success or something like that. Some kind of charter school, private, independent private school in Miami Gardens, which is right there in the area of South Florida where he's been warden for Satan of. Because he ain't nothing but a shepherd for the devil. But she was going to invite him to come to the school to speak to her students there, K through 12. Yeah. You want to know what I find really interesting? All of these people that wanted to bring him to schools and bring him this and bring him that. How the hell are they going to do that when he's on the SEX offenders registry list? He's not allowed to be around kids.
That does make moving a little hard.
He's not allowed to be around schools. He's on the registry. Didn't I already do a tutorial about the registry? Like, I don't know. He is a registered SEX offender, and people want to bring him to school.
Diddy can't get away from his crimes any longer. There are over 100 civil lawsuits filed against him, and Jaguar is predicting that the criminal behavior outlined in those cases is going to send Diddy away for good. Karma is finally catching up to Diddy, and once these civil suits start, he isn't making it out.
It's not going to be in long. They say with points and time served and any type of... he might be out by Christmas next year.
People say a lot of things. You know what else they said? They said he was going to get bail. How did that work? You know what else they said at the end of that trial? Even after he was found guilty of the Mann Act, they was putting together a 4th of July party. How did that work? People say a lot of things, don't they? I guess they don't hear God say no. I don't know what's going to happen to him. I'm not even trying to guess. What I am praying for, though, is that real victims and real survivors actually get the attention that they deserve, that they get the justice that they deserve.
Diddy's money can only save him for so long. There is physical evidence tying him to his crimes, and just like Cassie's civil suit, the allegations and evidence in the civil trial against him are enough to start a criminal proceeding. This is why Diddy was so quick to settle with Cassie. One day after her case was filed, he settled. Diddy's a billionaire, but not even he can settle 100 different cases.
That the other 100 civil cases will not just be left at civil cases and will actually be turned to criminal cases, because they should be, because I got a big issue with everyone thinking that money is the end all be all into stopping a predator from operating. It is not.
Amen.
It is not. Why do so many of these cases stay civil? Why aren't they turned criminal when there's criminal acts all through the pages?
Can you file a criminal charge and still get money off of a criminal? Like, can you sue later, or is it strictly victims looking for money?
Simpson's family, OJ was acquitted, and they was able to take him to civil court and get him for bread. It really doesn't matter which way you do it.
That is true.
It can go either way. A civil proceeding and a criminal proceeding is just two different proceedings. But if you have criminal acts in a civil proceeding, just because someone gets paid or it gets settled and people get paid out, it doesn't mean that those acts shouldn't be tried criminally.
The most damning part of the story, according to these claims, is how the feds just don't seem to care about what happens. They reportedly collected computers, bottles of baby oil, drugs, and even firearms from Diddy's mansion, but none of this alleged evidence was actually presented to the jury. Why is that? If the feds really wanted, people say they could have tried to send Diddy away for life.
Runs up onto multiple properties. And they collected all kinds of things that never made it to that courtroom, did it? Not one mention of a firearm, not one mention, even though some of the testimony said that he carried fire. The way Kid Cudi's car, the way that whole situation happened, I mean, it was on court document. People were sitting there talking about it, and they still trying to act like that never happened. Capricorn clock. Like, is everybody forgetting her testimony? I'm just trying to figure it out. Oh, it was all Cassie. Cassie was the mastermind, but she was doing it all with his corporate credit card. That means it's his money. But she the mastermind? Like, come on. And now, because all of that stuff was redacted, and because all of that stuff was kept off the record, and for whatever reason, the feds didn't present a lot of stuff that would have made sure that he was gone forever, rather than just being gone to November. And it's not going to be November. See, that sentencing is coming.
All of the serious charges against Diddy were reportedly thrown out, and he ended up with the shortest sentence possible. The federal guidelines recommended 9 years of prison time, but he only received 4 years. This is the same judge who denied him bail 6 different times, yet now is giving him a shorter sentence and telling him to become a changed man. Come on. Like Jaguar said, this trial felt like a show, nothing but entertainment.
Saying that it might go until Monday. I was actually kind of surprised that it didn't, considering the show that they put on for the public. They put on such a lovely show.
That was a show.
Wouldn't you say?
That was a show.
There was
I
a
don't.
video montage.
Oh my god.
You would have thought it was like a retirement ceremony. Or someone winning an award for, lifetime achievement or something. The way they sat there and the way they carried on and the way, especially when it gets to the point where lawyers are forcing themselves to tears or almost to tears, talking about how inspiring that deviant is. Kind of interesting.
Keep in mind that Diddy was reportedly involved with the feds, but not even immunity can save him if 100 people decide to sue him at the same time. It's claimed that he already snitched on everyone he could just to get out of this trial. If Diddy is investigated again, he has nothing left to offer the feds in exchange for a shorter sentence.
Get out?
I'm saying if he starts snitching.
I mean, I don't think... he would have to turn over, at this point in time, he would have to turn over a whole lot. And he's going to do some time. Because unlike the public, the judge knows exactly what he did. The judge has seen all of the evidence of everything that was kept out, of everything that was redacted, of everything that wasn't presented.
Right.
Like that's the reason why he's still in there. If it was such a clean sweep and if it was such a neat sweep, he would have been got bombed.
Right. That makes sense.
It's not that, yeah, but see, that's the danger of the media. That's the danger of the media. How many bot farms have been put to task to work the algorithm and to work the thumbnails and the storylines of what's really going on?
Jaguar has reportedly gotten her hands on the court documents of Derek Lee Cardaloo Smith. This man allegedly sued Diddy for $100 million and won. He's said to be the only man who ever beat Diddy, and now he's teaming up with Jaguar to take him down. He has claimed evidence and receipts, and he's not going to be silenced now.
It just disappeared. Do you know what I thought when I heard it myself? I said, oh, it must have not been real. Because there's no way in the world this isn't going to make it to that trial. You want to know what's even funnier? Diddy went to that jail to visit Derek his damn self in 2024.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. Guess what name he was using to go to that jail to visit Derek so nobody would know it was him?
John Smith.
Brother Love.
Oh shit.
When it's clergy.
Damn. This is very wild. What made you?
Guess where he went? Just a couple of days before HSI raided all of his properties. Fuck you mean? What do I think about the powers that be? What you want me to think?
But wait, what made you find this rabbit hole